What's up, everybody? It's Friday night, and you know what that means. Welcome back to the Nerdcore Live Show. As always, it is the wonderful Raul Alejandro Mendoza, Nerd Chicano here, joined by my incredible co-host, Brad Young Yoda.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to all those in chat already. Teddy Time, and of course, Eric.
Yeah, fuck me. Yeah.
What
Hi,
merch?
Cammy.
What
Thanks for
merch,
being
Eric?
here. Jesus
I'll sign
Christ.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. What's up, man? It's another episode of Ahsoka reviews as we're going to discuss episode 7 today. But before we get into any of that, Brad, what up? How we doing?
I mean, I
Hi,
mean,
Cammy. Signed toilet paper, bro. Why?
hey, toilet paper is expensive now. Like shit.
Nope.
One of the giant rolls is like 30 something bucks now. It doesn't have to be used. I wouldn't sign you a used one, Eric.
Yeah. Yeah.
Roll, I'm doing all right. So no work today, thankfully.
Yeah.
Played a lot of Starfield. So
How's that going?
I finally got the whole level 4 pilots thing, so now I can actually fly like the level class C ships and shit. So I can
Okay.
stop dying.
Yeah.
No, it's funny just how difficult this game is, because it's like, oh, you start a mission out and it's like, oh, it's low difficulty, and then you get to the final part of that mission, they're like, nah, we're gonna crank it up. Like, you gonna die a lot.
Yep.
like you gonna die a lot. This is Elden Ring right here. This is Dark Souls for you.
Pretty much, right?
But I mean, but it's Bethesda, so generally you don't think that's going to happen. And then when you get just like killed like 20 times in a row, you're just like, I'm
Well,
just
their
gonna
games don't
get out
tend
of
to be
here.
that hard.
No, like Fallout's not hard. None of those games are
Nah.
really hard.
Stacy says, like me, you can finally fly ships that aren't flying
That's
junkyards.
the thing. I've been flying Class A type ships this whole time, and I did a mission. And I get a Class C ship, and then I go to take the pilot chair. And it's like, yeah, you can't fly that. It's like, you literally give me a ship. What do you mean I can't fly that? It's like, you can't fly it. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
you can't fly it, Brad.
now I'll go
Can't fly
fly
it.
it.
Well,
Like,
at least you can send Eric a used toilet paper that's signed.
I mean, I may I'll sign on like the empty roll. Send that to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of
Well,
love.
I'm glad you got to play. So not Elden. I'm sorry, Starfield.
Yeah,
And
Starfield. I'm actually
yeah,
gonna after this. I'm gonna watch a horror film with my wife. So
yeah. Thought you
because
were
it's
gonna
horror
watch
month, guys.
Continental. Yeah,
I'll watch Continental at some point.
yeah. Well, we're gonna be doing Continental on Sunday afternoon, y'all. So what's it called? Well, we won't be live tomorrow. I'm gonna go watch The Creator tomorrow. So in the afternoon, I'm
Who
gonna
is
be
that?
busy. It's a sci-fi film that's directed by Gareth Edwards. Who, if you look at the Wikipedia page and the IMDb page, it'll say that Gareth Edwards directed Rogue One: Star Wars Story, but he didn't. Tony Gilroy reshot most of that film, and Tony Gilroy directed that film. But Gareth Edwards is still credited as the director of the creator.
Why
Gareth
did Gareth
Edwards,
Edwards get kicked off a Rogue One?
yeah. But Gareth Edwards did direct one of my favorite movies of all time, and I'm sure one of yours, Brad. The Raid Redemption. The Raid.
Did we watch that?
You never seen The Raid?
I don't. It,
I thought you've
it's
told
not.
me before you see The Raid that
It's
you
not
love The
clicking.
Raid.
It's not clicking.
The Indonesian action film where it takes place in like one building.
It's still not clicking. Roll. We've reviewed like
We've never reviewed
thousands
it,
of
but you
movies.
told me before, Brad.
Well,
You've
I
seen The
might
Raid.
have. It's not like clicking right
It's
now.
Barack Obama. No, no.
Damn it, Barack.
Um, it stars John David Washington. Not the Raid, but the creator does. Uh, star John David Washington, Gemma Chan, and I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow. Yeah, it's I'm gonna go watch it in IMAX, and yeah, it's a sci-fi film. So we'll see how it goes, man. But yeah, Gareth Edwards' newest film.
No, I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen the raid? You've told me you've seen the
I
raid.
don't think I've told you that.
Brad,
Somebody else might have told you that. I've never seen the
no.
raid.
He also directed the 2014 Godzilla film. That
Was
that
that
one we have.
the one with Bryan Cranston?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
Also,
one.
I'm thinking about the wrong director. He did not do the raid. Okay. Fuck me. Who did the raid?
I don't know.
Oh,
You didn't watch it.
you know what? I think I know who the fuck did the raid. I bet it's Evans, not Gareth Edwards.
Welcome everybody. We're a movie podcast, and
Yep, Gareth Evans, because of a one last name. God fucking damn it.
could have sworn it was Edward Yang if we're going off.
Yeah. No, it's Indonesian, Brad, not Taiwanese. Fuck off. So it's Gareth Edwards. I guess we'll see his AI kid full in the last 5 minutes. Yeah, Brad. The marketing for this film was crazy. They were sending the AI, what's it called, people from the movie to just sit at random like baseball, basketball games and shit like that to market this film.
Uh,
So
hmm,
it's kind of creepy.
that's pretty creepy. Yeah,
Yeah, but
that's
yeah,
no
man.
worse than
Director
Lakers
of
fans.
the 2014 Godzilla, which I really like. I like 2014 Godzilla.
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
Although, when it comes to the kaiju movies, it's just like just have the monsters fight.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, just
that's what American directors they don't understand is we don't. All you need for the people to do is run screaming and go Godzilla.
yeah.
I don't need a plot. You don't need a
I
plot.
don't
And
care
you
about
don't need a
humans.
story. Make Godzilla fight things
Yeah, I
and
don't
like
care about
destroy
humans in those
buildings.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care about anything else than Godzilla and who he's fighting.
Yep. Yep. Wow, Brad, Eric's calling you a scrub.
And his opinion means what to me?
Like, okay.
It's the same man who says he wants my signature. So
Yeah.
who's
The
a scrub
same man
now,
who has
Eric?
the
Who's a
same
scrub
man
now?
who has an aneurysm every time Drake says something on the internet.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that man was dropping an album on the 22nd, or was I mistaken?
Who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
Who cares? Who cares, man? Um. Well, Brad. Yeah. Yeah. I watched this episode today, and I
Oh, he was calling you a scrub. Oh, that's fine. My bad, Eric. My
fuck
apologies.
off. I watched this episode today, and I went to work, Brad. That's all I did. Um, I also hauled a pretty heavy camera kit from work to the bus stop, to the bus stop, to the bus, to from the bus stop when I get down to my apartment. And
Bro, do you even lift?
yeah, that was fucking tiring. So yeah, clearly you do. You wouldn't be talking about it. No, because I know that every time, like, I don't know, dude. I think that Drake could breathe and Eric would just like come in his pants or something.
I mean, the last album with 21 Savage was good.
Fantastic album, but
The one before that, but wasn't feeling it. But 21
well,
Savage one
that
was good.
the last the what's it called the one before her loss is absolute dog shit.
I,
Yeah.
let's be real here. Drake does have a good discography. It's pretty decent. I mean,
Eh.
that's why the dude has a fucking giant jet engine that you didn't have to pay for.
I mean,
But there are misses in his albums. There
I
are.
think he has an okay discography. I wouldn't say decent. I'd say it's okay.
Do you want to go through it? We could go through it and just see how many actually.
No, because I'm just gonna go and check right now what we have in the news so far, other than the writer strike ended. What's it called? Which thankfully it ended, and the writers secured a really fucking good deal, a really good deal that makes me really look forward to maybe one day joining the Writers Guild of America. But oh man, why the fuck do I open Twitter to Dwayne saying this is not a drill? Dragon Ball Evolution is on Hulu. Who the fuck wants to see that? Dwayne, what?
I still got I still got a whole DVD set of Dragon Ball movies that I need to watch.
Yeah, but it's not Dragon Ball Evolution.
No, it's not Evolution.
Yeah. God. Who the Oh, Brad. James Gunn confirmed who's returning as of right now to the DCU. I'll give you one major guess. One guess, Brad. Who do you think out of like one of them? I want you to give me a guess. That's not John Cena as Peacemaker. Who's the one? It's crazy, bro. This person is stuck through the Snyder version of the DCU. Whatever last DCU was called, well, whoever it was under, um, and now they're gonna be in this in the James Gunn's DCU.
Well, I know it's not Pete Davidson's character.
No.
They've stuck through all of them.
hmm The one that we've said that if you do not keep this person, what are you doing with yourself?
Well, it's not Margot Robbie because we haven't said that about her, even though she
No.
is a good Harley Quinn for the most
We
part.
said like if you're gonna keep someone, you keep this one.
The director.
No. It's an actor. An actor.
Oh, it's an actor, not the actress.
Actor or actress. Either one
Well,
of those.
that's what I mean. The actress, the director of the whole fucking thing.
Who?
I don't remember her name. It's the actress.
Viola Davis, Brad.
Yes, that one.
Viola Davis.
She's the
is,
director of like Suicide Squad and all that shit.
Yeah, Viola Davis is Amanda Waller. She's gonna be playing Amanda Waller.
Like nobody else can play Amanda Waller.
Yeah. So is John
Viola
Cena.
Davis is like that tough bitch right there.
Yeah. John Cena is returning to DCU. He'll be playing Peacemaker. The guy who plays
Wait, so they
what's his name?
confirm Peacemaker is returning
Mm-hmm.
in a television series or in a movie?
I would love a season 2.
I would love like 5 seasons. Just
Yeah.
and I'm gonna need Lobo.
Yeah. I can't remember this motherfucker's name, bro. But the guy who plays Vigilante.
Fucking no.
Freddie Stroma. Peacemaker's friend.
Hi,
Best friend.
Eric.
Bye, Eric. Yeah, bye, bro. Bye. And then of course, Jolo Maridueña will be returning to play Blue Beetle.
Well, we knew that because Blue Beetle was the first.
No, we didn't know that, Brad.
I thought he was under
because
Snyder.
the movie didn't do good, bro. So like, the movie didn't do good at the box office. So I thought that this motherfucker was gone. And like, I was like, damn, bro. Because I like him. I like him as Blue Beetle. He works really well.
That's the thing. Snyder can see what works and what doesn't. And let's face it, DC has had quite a few stinkers. Eric, yeah, I'll be waiting. Waiting for that.
Wait, they're not bringing Nathan Fillion to play Waller, dude. I wish they keep Nathan Fillion. Yeah, keep Nathan Fillion as Rick Flag. But
I'm just excited we're going to have Peacemaker back.
Yeah, I'm glad. Well, look, that was James Gunn's whole project, other than the Suicide Squad. So,
but if he's keeping, I mean, Aquaman. There's another Aquaman coming out.
No, we don't know if he's keeping that.
I mean, but Aquaman, Jason Momoa was in Peacemaker.
Yeah, but hold on, Brad. I have the comments here about what he said, because he kind of led the rundown of all this. That
I mean, granted, I probably prefer Jason Momoa as Lobo because I think the Aquaman character is just shit.
By the way, HBO is now that the what's it called, the strike has ended. HBO is prioritizing writing for The Last of Us season 2, Euphoria season 3, and The White Lotus season 3. So those are their big priorities right now.
Yeah, well, that's the big shows.
Yeah, and on Netflix side, they're prioritizing Wednesday season 2, Stranger Things season what, Brad? 5, I think, or
I think 6. I think it's 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the last season.
Yeah, and I can't remember what the other
one was.
All those
kids are gonna be like 30 before they fucking film that.
Yeah. But here we go. So, all right, here we go, Brad. So, somebody asked him, you said DC studio movies and canon start with Superman Legacy. I and many others are still confused. James Gunn said this: nothing is canon until Creature Commandos next year, a sort of aperitif to the DCU, and then a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy. After that, it's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time, but I think it's okay to be confused on what's happening in the DCU since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet. And yes, some actors will be playing characters they played in other stories, and subplot points might be consistent with plot points from from the dozens of films, shows, and animated projects that have come into DC in the past. But nothing is canon until Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy.
Hmm.
Okay,
What
so
the hell's
that's
Creatures Commandos? What's that's that's all I was like. I don't know what Creature Commandos is. Is
yeah.
that a thing? Is that a
I
thing in
don't.
the DC universe? I don't know.
I believe this is like an animated series.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like the only animated series like I even watched was the Harley Quinn one.
because that shit's fucking
Cause
hilarious.
it's freaking awesome.
Creatures Commandos is a fictional DC Comics team of military superhumans, originally set in World War II. The original team was introduced in World War Tales number 93, created by J.M. Durant. Okay, whatever. Um, do we have a fucking thing here? Follows a group of military superheroes composed by a human leader, a werewolf, a vampire, Frankenstein's monster, and a gorgon. Okay. Viola Davis is going to be voicing Amanda Waller in this. So I'm going to guess it's just an offset of the Suicide Squad. That's what it sounds like to
That's
me.
kind of what it. Yeah.
Yeah. Maria Bakalova is going to be in this. She was in a Borat 2. The blonde girl from Borat 2. But
All I like hear
David
when you
Harbour's in
say
this too.
all I imagine when you say Creature Commandos is just the animated sharks like
Yeah.
show like Street Sharks. That's
Yeah.
all I'm like is going on in my head.
Maria Bakalova, Indira Varma, who played fuck Brad. She was the lady, one of the sand snakes from Game of Thrones. She was the one who, um, Martell. She was fuck man.
This man's gonna give himself a headache.
She was the one was with the Red Viper, Pedro Pascal's character.
Uh huh.
That girl, the one who had her what's it called, children.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I
Cannot
don't know
remember her
her
fucking
name.
name. She's one of the
All right.
sand snakes.
Okay.
Yeah. Frank Grillo is gonna be in it too. He's playing Rick Flag Senior though. Okay.
Well,
Alan Tudyk.
they did bring back the Rick Flag for the I'm gonna call it the James Gunn Suicide Squad
Yeah,
because we
that's what it
don't.
is.
Yeah, well, it's the good one.
Yeah. Well, Brad, Suicide Squad 2016 is called Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad 2021 is called The Suicide Squad.
Oh, big fucking
Big
difference.
difference, right?
I'd call it James Gunn Suicide Squad just so I don't get confused. Although I could just say the 2016 was the shitty Jared
Yeah.
Leto fucking Suicide
Yeah.
Squad. I don't even know who directed that. I'm just gonna say
Yeah. Biker mice from Man.
biker mice from Mars.
Mars. But yeah, that's
I would watch a James Gunn Street Sharks movie.
yeah.
Yeah. Like bro, you might be too young to remember what Street Sharks was.
No, I don't know what the fuck Street Sharks is.
like Google it. Google Street Sharks. It's
I better not be
fucking
finding some
great.
dumbass shit.
It's some dumbass shit.
Yeah. Street Sharks.
Stacy's my age. He knows what Street Sharks is. But like,
Why have I seen this
if James
before?
Gunn made like a live action of that somehow,
Brad, what is this?
it's Street Sharks.
I've seen this before.
Have you?
Like I've seen these character models
Oh
before.
yeah. It's an animated show or was. I don't think it exists anymore. I'm just gonna say they did a lot of drugs in the '90s
Is
when
this
they
part of
were
the TMNT
doing these
universe?
shows, these kids television shows.
This isn't from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
No,
universe, right?
no, I don't think so. No, it's in its own thing.
Okay.
I mean, it does kind of
Okay.
have looks the same animated. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, James Gunn making a Street Sharks movie, I can see it.
Somebody out there, please give Brad a Street Sharks movie. It's on Peacock for free, y'all. You can watch it there.
Actually, somebody out there, I don't even want a Street Sharks movie. I don't want. The only thing I want is a Black Tower animated series under the HBO.
It's coming, Brad. You just gotta be patient.
That's
For that.
all I fucking want.
Did you by any chance get to watch the trailer for True Detective season 4?
No, I did not
Okay,
know that
because I
was out.
didn't. I was gonna ask if you did, because I
No,
haven't watched it.
now that I know, I wish we could pull it up on here. I wish we were like Joe Rogan and could just pull up shit and just watch it with
Yeah,
that, and Spotify just pays the bill.
yeah, but Joe Rogan has brand deals, Brad. We
Yeah,
don't, you know, we what's it
but we
called?
will take some.
Yeah. Once we
Like
hit
Jack in the Box,
monetization, we could help.
Jack in the
Be
Box,
help.
black ice coffee.
Okay, coffee. Yeah. What is they saying? It's a '90s kid show in the vein of TMNT, kind of like the VR Troopers and are a cash-in of Power
Yeah,
Rangers. Okay. Yeah.
it's like you know, so you had Smurfs, and then you had the fucking undersea ones that was just Smurfs underwater.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Did
Stacy
you
knows what I'm talking. Stacy, what's the Smurfs underwater show? Like, watch Stacy will fucking get it.
Yeah.
It's like Snorks. I think it's Snorks, like snorkel or something.
So I need to watch that trailer. I also need to watch fuck, these Wes Anderson short films that are dropping.
Yeah, four of them.
Yeah, 4 of
Did
them.
Wes Anderson just go like? Because Wes Anderson usually takes 5 to 10 years to make a film. Was he just really bored these past 2 years?
I guess cuz like the French Dispatch was like
Yeah,
2021. Asteroid City was 2023.
and then he's dropping basically a whole nother movie with these 4 shorts.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it's been a busy couple years
Is he
for
going through a
Wes.
divorce? Is that? Is he okay? Is Wes Anderson okay? Has anybody asked Wes if he's okay?
That's crazy,
Does he
Brad.
have a fever?
Well, it doesn't take him that long. I'm just gonna say that, like in the last decade, he has what's it called? Released all these films. Like that's crazy, bro. So it's 3 shorts. The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, The Swan, and The Ratcatcher.
The
But
Ratcatcher.
he wow, that is crazy, Brad. So French Dispatch, French Dispatch 2021, 2023 Asteroid City, and then these 3 shorts in this year. But before that,
Can we
2018
do a
was
Can
Isle
we
of
do a
Dogs.
welfare check on Wes Anderson?
Hey man, the man wants to work, Brad. I don't know what you're
Like,
going
no,
on
I get
about.
the man wants to work. It's so much so soon. It's just I'm not used to it.
When Netflix gives you money to make short films, I guess you got to make them, Brad.
I mean, well, they gave money to Guillermo and he made a lot of shit, but Guillermo still don't fucking go off like that.
Yeah, he
Like
wants to
when's
work.
like the only person I've ever heard have multiple like releases in here is DMX.
Oh man, that's a really good question that I'm not gonna go ahead and what's it called research right now because it's that would take me doing a lot. But like, I wonder who was the last director who put out like 2 feature films in the same year.
Yeah, because it's a
Actually,
lot to make a feature film.
wasn't it Ridley Scott?
It
I
might
believe
be.
Ridley Scott put out something the year that The Last Duel came out. Yeah, Ridley Scott released The Last Duel and he released House of Gucci in the same year.
Oh yeah.
That is crazy, bro. That man is well. To be fair, that is COVID times too. So like those were
Also,
the
Ridley Scott's what 90, 91,
80 something. Yeah,
80 something. Yeah. So Ridley Scott's
yeah,
like I gotta crank him out. I
yeah,
mean,
bro.
even Scorsese is cranking him out.
Brad Scorsese says he has 3 more left in him.
How old
I
is
don't believe
Scorsese?
him. I don't believe him.
This next one's gonna get all the awards. I'm saying that just based on the trailer.
I don't
This,
believe that Scorsese has 3 more left in him.
might pull a Kubrick get 2.5. Actually,
Stop.
Kubrick did get the last one. He had it
Yeah,
all filmed.
yeah, he finished that, bro.
Yeah,
But
he
he had
finished
a
that.
bunch of unfinished stuff that he wanted to make, but like, who
Like it
doesn't?
was.
Andrei
Yeah.
Tarkovsky had like 2 films he wanted to make after The Sacrifice.
I don't know if Kurosawa had any. Maybe.
Not that I know.
I don't know. Kurosawa made a shit ton. So
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, he said that he was what's it called?
I mean, I would love 3 more films from him. But this last, like, if he were to be like, yeah, I'm gonna retire, which he'll never do. He's never gonna say I'm gonna retire. But this, what is it? Killers of the Flower Moon or
Yeah.
this next film. This
Yeah.
next film, just like whoever did the trailer for that, Marvel needs to hire because I'm so
Yeah.
freaking hyped. And then they released another trailer with Martin like talking about it and in historical context.
Well, what I really liked, and it's something that a lot of people were bringing up. They're like, "Oh, like the internet does what the internet does, right?" People don't understand like how respectful Scorsese is and how he understands like how people will perceive his films sometimes. The what's it called? The internet was crying about like this is not Scorsese's stories to tell, and like he's gonna make it from the perspective of the white people in this film. Uh, but he said that he what's it called that he approached the script. He finished the script. He read it. He said that he was noticing that the script was leaning too much to the perspective of the aggressors.
Hmm.
So he decided to go back there because he said that that's not the movie I want to make. And he brought in the consultants from the Osage Nation and all that. And he remade it. And the film that we're going to get is that script that he actually felt really comfortable making.
Well, if you like think of Scorsese's movie, usually they are from that perspective.
Yeah.
From like Taxi Driver. That's from
Yeah.
or
Except
or
except in Taxi Driver where he like plays a really racist motherfucker in the car.
like well, but that's what I mean. It's like it's
Yeah.
usually more the aggressor that is portrayed in that.
Yeah. Like Miyazaki retires each time one of his films
Yeah,
comes.
Miyazaki retired. Like you hear. Here's the thing with Miyazaki, and it's become humorous now. Is I think he just makes these films because he hates himself and he wants to continue hating himself.
Yeah.
He's just burdened with life, and he's like, I might as well just make art.
Yep. Man, but yeah, I don't believe that Scorsese has three left in him.
I
Um,
don't know. Like, I mean, I
yeah.
Kurosawa was what 86, and he was still making them.
He says if I could just muster up the energy, God willing, to make a couple more, one more maybe, if that is okay. That's as far as I got. I don't believe him, bro.
I,
I
honestly,
don't believe that he has two left in him.
if it would just if it would end with this one, if that was just like it, I mean, that's a fucking legacy. It was a legacy before this.
The
But
thing is, like I
but when
I felt it. I hope that to me, I hope the Irishman is his last mob film because when I
yeah,
watched it, I felt like if this was the one to retire on,
well,
Marty, this is it.
he got
But
all his core guys together in that too.
yeah, but then like the more I thought about it, I was like, he's reuniting with the people he's worked with and the people he's wanted to work with for a long time. I think this is such a beautiful like send off to like the thing he's known the most for. So like if that's his final mob film, I am so satisfied with that.
I mean, I think this next like, and people are saying just from the trailer, someone
Yeah.
put up there this is Leo's best role ever.
Dude,
But
Schumacher
that's been
said,
like Leo's like last three
yeah,
roles is his best roles ever.
yeah.
What
Schumacher,
Django
yeah,
and uh shit Django. Then you got Tarantino's other movie,
yeah.
and there was another one.
Um, Revenant,
Revenant. Thank you.
yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking. The one he actually won the award for.
And then Thelma Schumacher says that this is Robert De Niro's greatest performance he's ever done in this film.
That's kind of crazy because De Niro's career is it's pretty spectacular.
We said that Scorsese's last film is Marvel's Squirrel Girl. It killed
Like
me.
this is the same dude who did Casino. Like
Casino, Raging Bull, Taxi Driver.
yeah, and to say this is his best, I mean that's saying something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just really enjoyed the trailer on this. Like I've seen this trailer now like 2 or 3 times, and I never do that with trailers. I usually watch it once and be like, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that Killers of the Flower Moon looks really good. I'm excited. And this month, next month is that's what I'm going gearing up for, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
will be really excited to talk about that film.
that might be the one I go to the theater for.
Yeah, like I've said, look, if he's got one or two left in him, and he wants to finish off with that, cool. He deserves it more than anyone to say like that's it. But I'll appreciate him while we got him, bro, because
Yeah,
he's getting older. And if you want to read that GQ article, Brad, you should. It made me really sad. Uh, there's a one point in that fucking interview where he says like, because they ask him like, what's it called? Do you ever like, you know, like your friends, you ever talk to them? And he's like, most of my friends are gone. He goes, most of my friends are dead. And he's like, um, he says, like, oh, I have Francis in like in LA, George Lucas is in LA, but like goes kind of thinking about it, he's like he goes, I I'm just he goes, most of my friends are gone now. And I'm like, fuck you, man. I was like, fuck you, gotta make me emotional on a fucking Monday morning. I was like, I can't hug this man. But like, and he also says like he has a great fear of flying.
can we
That's
get
why
a
he does.
welfare check on Martin, please?
Yeah, yeah. It's just good marketing.
I mean,
Hey
that's
man,
usually
I believe the editor. I mean, the editor is really in charge of making that movie, dude. So if the editor is saying that this is De Niro's best performance, I'm not gonna put it past him.
like I said. If that's the case, Marvel needs to hire whoever
Tell
made
me
the
sure.
trailer.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, good ass article. If you want to read that, I really liked watching, reading it. It did make me quite what's it called? Emotional. He talked about his past marriages, and he says like, oh, I'm still close. I'm close with my kids now, but he's like, I regret a lot of what happened in those marriages. And he goes, if I could go back and fix my wrongdoings, I would. And I'm like, yeah, this man is like,
That's like that's like
whew,
most every man ever.
yeah, yeah. But I think
Yeah, I
we're,
mean, like he'd probably be years on a shoot, or at least a year.
yeah. So if he says he's got two more left, and that's it, cool. But like, I don't know, man. I thoroughly believe that he's gonna be like Kurosawa, and he's gonna finish like when he's dead. He's like, he's gonna do it until he dies.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Yeah,
Scorsese moment.
yeah. Because I don't see it happening. I don't see him just saying like, "Oh, after two, I'm done." No,
Unless he's already got some written.
I don't know, Brad.
I don't know.
Who knows? Only he does. But
When was
let's go.
what was Spielberg's last film?
The Fablemans
Okay.
last year, which I have not watched, but I have a poster of right here. Yeah, it's a long ass fucking movie, Brad.
How long is the movie?
Yeah, like 2 hours and 30, I think.
I mean, I thought you were gonna like say like 4 hours.
It's like Apple saying this is the best iPhone we ever created. Well, the thing is that there's been iPhones that have disappointed me, and I have never watched a Martin Scorsese film that hasn't disappointed me. I you know, to to me, Martin Scorsese is the greatest living director of all time. Right? I mean, I'm sorry, not of all time. The greatest living director right now. Yeah. So, you
Although
know,
the last few iPhone drops have been like, yeah, we changed the cable again.
yeah, we changed the cable again. Yeah. And like, and 100, and I believe as well that Thomas Schumacher is one of, if not the greatest film editor as well. So, what's it called?
I don't.
They're
Well,
saying
did you say living?
living, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Scorsese is the greatest living director. Yeah.
I was about
Uh,
to say don't be putting
no,
dirt
no,
on
no.
Sally Minky's
But
name.
no. Sally
Like,
Mae,
because
yeah.
you know that woman. Like
Oh
Tarantino
yeah.
probably had
Sally
like
Menke.
30 years of footage in one film, and she had to edit that down to
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. I mean, Sally Menke is not, what's it called? Is 100% up there too, for sure. But with that said, let's get ready to do this shit. Let's go ahead and talk about Ahsoka. So if you have not watched episode 7 of Ahsoka, you should probably get out of here if you care about spoilers. But if you don't care about spoilers, or you've already seen the film, go ahead and stay. Either way, how any of this goes, this is your one and only spoiler warning, and it is in effect in a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Brad. I'm gonna read So, episode 7, or how it's titled, Part 7, Dreams and Madness. Here, Hera must answer to the New Republic while a reunion takes place far, far away. The episode is directed by no, not Greta, I'm sorry, Gita Vasant Patel, written by Dave Filoni, and it's what's called from characters by George Lucas. All right, and just for the fuck of it, let's see if we got any fucking what's it called trivia
Trivia.
here.
Trivia.
Yeah. Oh my god, man.
Nothing.
It's a lot. Yeah. Well, fuck it. Yeah. When Thrawn reads Ahsoka's bio, he gets a curious, knowing look on his face and says, "So Ahsoka Tano was the apprentice of General Anakin Skywalker." Because Thrawn once knew Anakin Skywalker, that is a bit nod to Timothy Zahn's prequel novels about Thrawn. The novel Chaos Rising takes place in 19 before the Battle of Yavin, near the end of the Clone Wars. At the time, Thrawn was still an officer in the Kiss expansionary defense fleet. The Kiss were facing a threat from the new enemy. Thrawn left Kiss space in an effort to search for allies and/or new technology to fight this enemy. His search took him to a planet near the edge of the unknown regions. The planet also happened to be the location of a secret separatist base
So
produced by a planetary shield generator.
So I've never seen an animated of these.
No.
So I might be speaking out of turn here, but that seems to be a bit of a stretch. You think he just didn't get the quizzical look on his face? Like I thought, because he's like, oh, that's fucking Darth Vader right there.
Yeah. Well, hold on, Brett. While at that planet, Thrawn encountered Anakin Skywalker on a mission to destroy the base. Thrawn agreed to help Skywalker on it with his mission in exchange for allowing him to take the shield generator, as the Kiss did not have such technology. Later on in the novel Alliances, which takes place in 2 before Battle of Yavin, after Thrawn joined the Empire and obtained the rank of Grand Admiral, Emperor Palpatine sent both Thrawn and Vader on a secret mission to investigate his disturbance in the Force that Palpatine felt. This was Thrawn's first time working with Vader. Their mission took them to the same planet that Thrawn met Anakin at, and thanks to Thrawn's exceptional powers of observation and deduction, it was not long before Thrawn was able to figure out that Darth Vader used to be Anakin Skywalker, making Thrawn one of the very few people at the time that knew Vader's secret. Hence Thrawn's reaction to hearing Skywalker was Ahsoka's master.
There you go. So that's what I was hitting on.
Yeah. And because I wanted to get a little bit of confirmation here, I reached out to my what's it called? My coworker, Brad, and I asked him I asked him how big of a bad is Thrawn? Is he a Vader or is he a Palpatine? And this is what he said: the most fearsome general the Empire has ever had, probably second to Vader in terms of tactical intelligence and cunning. He deserves respect.
Well, I mean, you get that feeling. You get that feeling from these episodes.
Pretty much, right?
For the 2 episodes we've seen him in.
Yeah.
So if they somehow end this show with him being blown up on his own show, I'm going to be pissed.
Oh my god. But yeah. Yeah, he was. I don't think he's dying, Brad. I think we're gonna get a second season.
Here's the thing, though. This is the same company that owns Marvel, and they kill off every good villain ever in the damn movie. In the first movie, you couldn't have had Killmonger span there for at least a trilogy.
Yeah. So, Brad, I'm going to go ahead and send this over to you first. What are your initial thoughts on episode 7 of Ahsoka?
The last episode, we said, okay, this is kind of the cool down episode, right? That's what we figured. After episode 5, episode 6 was the cool down episode. So we figured we'd start to ramp it up in 7 and 8, kind of like Andor did. So that's kind of what I went in expecting. And I didn't really get that feeling. This felt like more of cool down.
Really?
I wasn't getting the whole suspenseful kind of part of it.
I felt that this was kind of ramping it up a little bit for me. Not entirely whoa. I was okay, we're gradually like, okay, we
But
have our heroes reunited now. We know that like this next one is gonna be this big part
there
into
was
this.
nothing like the battle, any of the fighting scenes. Like
Yeah,
the turtle dudes got in their turtle shell tanks, and Ahsoka shows up and fucks with Balin, but Balin doesn't like really get injured.
yeah.
Um, no one really, nothing, no one like in any meaningful capacity of the storyline gets hurt or killed in this.
Stacy says, when I read about Thrawn back in the day, though the books aren't canon anymore, he was a strategic mastermind. Think Doctor Doom in space. Okay, yeah, that
Pretty
makes a
cool.
lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So yeah,
this episode, I wasn't getting the feeling of like a ramp up, and it was
yeah,
more like Thrawn being like, "Oh, I just, I'm wasting Ahsoka's time so I can get the hell out of here," which is
yeah.
very smart. Like, don't get me wrong, that's a smart way to do it. But at the same time, it's also, you know, it, and maybe I'm comparing too much and want too much, like an Andor, moment.
Yeah.
Because let's admit, those last, was it 3 or 4 episodes? Edge of the seat, freaking, and ramp
Yeah.
up. It's like more like straight up, like
Yeah. Well, I
above the
understand where
midnight.
you're coming from. I like this episode. I think it's a little bit of a slight improvement from the last one because at least I found some stuff interesting in here, like the fact that Ezra doesn't want to use a lightsaber. He's like, the Force is my ally. I will use the Force. Thought that was an interesting choice.
Although he says, "Yeah, I don't need a blaster," and then he takes a blaster off someone and
Yeah.
starts shooting.
Yeah. He
So yeah,
realized he was started to realize that maybe a group of
maybe
fucking
I need more
yeah.
than the Force.
Yeah, he started to realize like, yeah, I can't use the Force on this group of kids.
Yeah.
But um I thought that was an interesting choice. And then of course, look, Brad, we knew this had to happen. Like we had to regroup them. We had to
Well, no,
reunite
I
them. So
agree. I
so like
agree. Like Ahsoka showing up, but like this is where I expect like a Balin,
yeah,
something to happen. Like when Ahsoka throws Balin into the path of the ship missiles.
yeah.
You think like, oh, Balin's going to get injured, and he just stands up. He's like, oh, I'm still a badass.
I
Like
am
nothing really
interested.
happens to any of the main characters in this.
Yeah, nothing does happen. You're right about that. Well, what's going on with Hera? I thought that was interesting. I was like, okay, what's gonna go down with that with the New Republic? But at this point, like we've been away
But
from
at
Hera
the
for a
same,
bit,
like you,
so it's like
although cool C3PO moment coming in there and being like,
fuck yeah,
yeah, whatever you guys say doesn't matter.
yeah,
Leia sends her regards. Release the general.
yeah. But I was wondering, um, what what do you think is going on with Balin?
Well, so Balin, I think Balin's just there. I don't know. Maybe he's having a moment of and we've been seeing it throughout multiple of this episode. He may not want the Jedi to totally fade away. Like I get that feeling. Like
That's
he's not.
exactly what I'm kind of fucking with, Brad.
He's like not. I don't think he's completely so. Because I mean, when he first shows up with his apprentice, we're like, oh, Sith, but they're not really Sith, and it's
Fallen
more
Jedi.
like Balin's kind of in the in between. And it's like he could go either way at this point.
Yeah,
And my feeling is, Balin's probably going to sacrifice himself to save a Jedi. That's a
yeah.
feeling I'm getting.
You
And
see,
then
Brad.
his apprentice goes to the Sith side. That's because
Remember?
he even says that in this. It's like,
Yeah.
her ambition is pulling her to that.
Remember, Brad, when the Last Jedi was gonna come out, and the first trailer comes out, and that famous line at the end, "It's time for the Jedi to end." Everybody
Yeah.
was like, "What the fuck?" It's like, "What the fuck does Luke mean by that?" Everybody started to come up with this idea of like, "Oh, Rey's gonna be a gray Jedi," which is supposed to be like the idea of like somebody who opposes the idea of the Order
Yeah.
itself.
It's someone who doesn't believe in the
Yeah,
light and the dark being separate, but
yeah,
a
more
combination.
of a thing that should be combined, so
Which
that way we can cool.
you kind of get in that in from Ahsoka, you kind
Yeah,
of get that feeling.
which I'm wondering if that's what Balin is. Like that's kind of what Balin is, because like
If he's
there
not
in
it,
that moment, to me, it read as in Balin was like, I don't entirely agree with what Thrawn wants.
yeah, no, and I think you get that through this whole season. Is Balin, Balin is doing his job.
Yeah.
That's what I get. Balin is clocking in at this point.
Stacey says, hasn't season 2 been confirmed? Maybe there's a longer story that's being told since there's a Thrawn film possibly in the works. So we don't get the cliffhangers we've gotten in other shows just yet. All I know is that right now that we have the we have three films that are going to come out. One of them is going to be the Mandoverse film that is going to conclude this whole overarching story that we've been following
But
since
nobody knows
Mandalorian
when
season
that's
1.
coming out because nobody knows when the Mandalorian is
No,
ending.
no.
It's a May Filoni.
So I don't know anything about a season 2 for Ahsoka, but the way that it's going, I feel like we are gonna have a season 2 of Ahsoka.
I feel like Thrawn needs to fire his barber.
Yeah, yeah,
Although y'all need to release the Enoch helmet.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
So
Brad's
I
gonna
can
buy
so,
that
so I
shit.
can put that next to Boba.
Yeah, Brad's just like I like Captain Enoch's
I like
helmet.
Captain Enoch's helmet. That's that. I mean, if there's anything, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. Roman gladiator esque.
Yeah, such a badass. What's it called? A helmet. Reminds me of Brad. Do you remember Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven?
I was yes. So I've been hearing
Yeah.
that too. It's
Saladin.
yeah,
When
give me those
Saladin,
vibes.
yeah, yeah, he has like the golden part in his
Uh-huh.
what's it called, mask. Yeah, Saladin. So, fucking fantastic. Um, but yeah, I have a feeling that Balin might interfere with what Thrawn is trying to do here
I
in the
don't know
next
if he'll
episode.
interfere with Thrawn. I think he might interfere with his apprentice.
Yeah, yeah, with a Shin,
Yeah. Yeah,
yeah,
because he even leaves because he basically, you know, he basically releases her from her apprenticeship in
yeah.
this episode and tells her your ambition is pulling you another way from where I feel my way is.
Yeah. Which, by the way, can we really appreciate that line that was in this in this episode? I fucking love that line. Fuck, I'm trying to. I tweeted it out. Impatience for victory shall guarantee defeat.
And he's
Hard
right.
ass line.
I mean, but we've seen Shin this whole time, and she is impatient.
Yeah.
Like she should easily wipe the floor, with ah, forget Sabine with Sabine.
Sabine. Yeah.
She should easily have wiped the floor multiple times with Sabine, and because of her impatience, Sabine always gets one over on her.
Yeah. But I loved it, man. I loved that line. I thought
That's a good line.
it's a good line, and it really does kind of like describe a lot of like kind of what Star Wars is in general. Like their
Well,
impatience, like
it's
to
not the first time we've heard that. We've heard it.
yeah,
They've told Anakin that. They've told Luke that.
yeah,
I mean, it's literally what Yoda told Luke when he's like, "You haven't completed your training," and Luke's like, "I gotta go. Bye."
yeah. I got to go save my friends. It's like
Yeah. And
which
Yoda's like, "All right. Well, hopefully you don't die. Peace. I'll stay in the
yeah.
swamp."
Which to be fair, like in retrospect, like I get it, but also like Luke almost killed him, almost died that day
Yeah.
because he did that.
Yeah. I mean, but it's an
It's an
overarching theme
overarching theme.
throughout Star
Yeah.
Wars.
So I just love that line, and I thought that I'm really interested to see how they ended with Balin. I sadly, if he does die, if he doesn't die in in this season, it's gonna be really sad because it's like, well, Ray Stevenson is no longer with us, so we can't have him come back.
Yeah.
So I
And he
hope
has
that like
been a high point in
fucking good.
this season.
So I wonder if maybe he's gonna interfere with Shin, and Shin's gonna have to kill Balin.
That might
Cause yeah,
that might go that might be how it goes.
yeah, because you can tell at the end, like Thrawn's kind of like, yeah, Balin is not what's it called with us here. Like he's not
Yeah,
for this
he's not
mission.
even on the map.
No, he's like he went somewhere, and it's like
We're
okay,
missing a mercenary. What the hell?
yeah. Though, like people say, like he's so smart, so he was super smart. He was like, yeah, dude, I'm just wasting their fucking time. I'm trying to load up my ship. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here, man.
Then the question becomes, what is he loading up onto his ship?
Brad, I'm pretty sure he can load up whatever the fuck he wants. You see the size of that motherfucker, bro?
No, no. But my question being, because he has the is it the three mothers or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the three mothers there. So my thing is he's made a deal with them, and he's got something with them dealing with
Mhm.
that. Maybe that's like all his stormtrooper souls or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I love the fact that we have the what's it called the Darthamir, the
Yeah, isn't
sisters
that
of
it's
Darthamir.
freaking cool? Because
Yeah.
I didn't know about him until I
Until
played the
Jedi
Jedi
Fall,
game.
yeah,
Yeah,
Jedi Fallen Order. Yeah. And I love that they're sticking to like the thing of like what's it called her like the circle that like shit that they had like where they were like appearing out of nowhere and shit.
yeah.
Like, yeah, fucking love that. Fucking loved it. And yeah, I think the episode was fine. I think it's a slight improvement to me from episode 6, but I think this next one's gonna make it or break it for me. Like not to the point where like it's gonna make it or break it where I either say this is an amazing show or this is a good show.
Oh, yeah. I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be a good show overall with
yeah,
whatever. But really, I was expecting, like, you only got 2 episodes in this, unless Stacy's right and they have another season confirmed. Um, but you got to ramp that shit up. Like, you
yeah,
just introduced the baddie of all baddies, and then you kind of slowly going into the last episode. I don't think so.
yeah,
Because let's face it, like, you got Darth Vader, you know, and you got Boba Fett, and you got Emperor Palpatine, and then everybody knows Thrawn too. Even the ones who
yeah,
haven't watched the animated series, I knew who Thrawn was. I'm like, yeah, I know who Thrawn is. He's another baddie. He's a big baddie.
yeah. I feel like he's gonna be the big baddie for this. What's it called? This whole universe. Which like, if we're looking at the like grand scope of all this whole universe, I think we have like we're not at the end yet, but we're like approaching it now because we've introduced this big part of this
But I
universe.
think if you continue with Thrawn in this storyline, and maybe he comes into the whole Mando verse part of it, he shows up. I think you got to send him in, and that big ship destroys some shit.
Yeah,
Like I need like planets exploding and shit.
yeah. So I know that we're getting a fourth season for Mandalorian. So um, I want to see what we got here. I want to fucking see what's next because I know we got like we have Skeleton Crew and we have fucking Acolyte. I know that Skeleton Crew is part of the Jedi the Mando stuff. So I don't know where we're going from here. Bad Batch Visions, Tales of the Jedi Resistance, Rebels, the Clone Wars, Ewoks. No, not the Ewok show. Yeah. Where are you, man? Not abandoned projects. I want to see what's next. All right. Um, I know. Yeah, we have. Well, Andor is not part of this universe. Andor is part of the what's it called? Of a different thing that they're doing. Which don't touch Andor. Just let it be what it is.
Not just let
Just
Endor
yeah,
be.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Um.
I'm
So
I'm
right
just
here, nothing about a season 2 of Ahsoka.
but I feel like Thrawn, like, you can't, there's no way Thrawn doesn't continue
No.
on past this episode.
Yeah.
So, and it's Mando is a part of the whole Ahsoka. Like, we know Ahsoka and Mando know each other. Like, that's granted.
Yeah.
So that's my thinking, is maybe Thrawn is just the overarching big villain for all this. He's the new Vader, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Disney did finally land JBL to star in Acolyte, didn't they? Shut the fuck up.
Damn.
Yeah. Damn.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah. That's that. Brad, what are you gonna go? What's your final verdict on this episode?
But I give the last one.
I went ahead and I gave it a 7.
Did I give it like an 8.5 or 8? I think I give it an 8.
I don't know, Brad. I
I'm
really
gonna
gotta
give
think.
it. I'm gonna give it the same as I did last time. Maybe like 0.25 under, just because I'm just kind of like I'm not necessarily disappointed, but I went in there with the expectation like, oh, they're gonna ramp it up more than they did, and then they didn't really ramp it up. They just kind of continued from the last episode. And so if I gotta compare that, I'd probably give it. And if I give the last one 8, I'd probably give this one 7.75.
Yeah. All right, Brad. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a like 7.25. I think it's a slight improvement from the last episode, so I gave it a straight up 7.
But see,
This is
I didn't really feel any improvement, just because
I just
nothing happened
to
to
me to
anyone.
me slight improvement as in like there was stuff that I was like actually like genuinely invested in here. The stuff with Balin and Thrawn. But like from the last one, it was like, okay, like I know what we're doing here, and I know that we're like kind of trying to just like cool down because we just had some fucking monumental couple of episodes. But
Yeah, I
in
mean,
here, at
like
least there was stuff that I was like, okay, I'm interested in what was going on
May
here.
I'm just feeling like, oh no, like that last episode, like Enoch just showing up in his fucking
Yeah,
gladiator uniform. That was
yeah,
tight for me.
yeah. um. So
I'm gonna be
we
so
have,
sad when Enoch dies because Enoch's got to die at some point.
yeah.
It's Stormtrooper. I'm like,
Thank you, Stream Element Bot. Like you finally
finally,
it's it.
you wake
Yeah,
up, you take a nap. Did you take a nap,
yeah,
Stream Elements?
yeah. Before I take off the spoiler banner, so I'm looking at here, like the rumor projects and the stuff that's in development, like Lando, right? The Lando film, um, the Taika Waititi film, I believe has already been done. It's done. It's not happening anymore. Um, Rogue Squadron
I
film,
was I was
that's not
looking
happening.
so forward.
Oh Lord, right? Like, oh man, what will we ever do?
Like I like Taika, and I like you know, I like
Yeah,
Thor Ragnarok and all that, but I don't know. Like
yeah,
what story is he going to tell me in the Star Wars universe
yeah.
that isn't a
So,
Jar Jar Binks Sith film? Like if
uh,
they want to do that, if they want to be Taika Jar Jar Binks Sith film, I'm all for it.
but other than that, like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Um,
Yeah,
the Rogue Squadron movie with Patty Jenkins is not happening. And there's an untitled Star Wars film that's being done by Sean Levy, who did fucking Free Guy. I don't care about that one bit. I'm sorry, I don't. I don't give a shit about that. But the three movies that were announced, there's a Jedi Order, a new Jedi Order film with Rey in it, from Charmin Obaid Chinoy, and then a Dawn of the Jedi film by James Mangold, and then the Mandoverse film from Dave Filoni. Yeah. All
what
right.
about when are we going to get a Knights of the Old Republic? When are we getting that?
That was supposed to be what David Benioff and DB Weiss were gonna do, Brad, and then that didn't happen.
Because like that's something like I would want to see. I want to
Yeah.
see like you know, it's kind of like Rogue One and like Andor and all that. It's like that's kind of cool seeing the shit beforehand. So let's go all the way beforehand and see like what all that was about.
Mm-hmm.
Pull
Well,
some
Brad.
lore out.
Um.
Give Martin another reason not to finish his fucking books, and then
Yeah.
sue people who use AI to finish his books.
Brad, I just want the Ryan Johnson trilogy. That's all I want.
Yeah.
The trilogy that Kathleen Kennedy and the people at Star Wars swear, oh, we're still gonna make it. We're just waiting for the right time. It's not a priority right now. It's like you're not gonna make it.
No.
Stop.
Roll. That's never going to happen.
It's never gonna
If
happen.
that's one thing I would bet on, that's the one thing I would bet on is they will never have a Ryan Johnson trilogy. It's not going
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably will
Um.
get a Lando movie though, so there's that.
I know that they wanted to do a film with Kevin Feige, but like I don't think that's gonna happen. And also, they had the guy who wrote Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on that film, so
No.
nah, I'm good.
And
Yeah,
please don't have Sam Raimi direct one either. Unless it's a horror one. Like you might get away with that.
Yeah, so it's best to just look at those three films: the New Jedi Order film, the Dawn of the Jedi film, and the New Republic film, because those are the only ones that are
Hey,
probably coming.
Stacy, we got Spaceballs. We should just be happy with that, okay?
Yeah, yeah. But with that said, that concludes our review of Ahsoka. We thank you so much for joining us. We would really appreciate if you can go check us out on all our social sites, thenerdcore.com, Twitter at the nerdcore underscore, Instagram at the nerdcore, and Threads is at the nerdcore as well. Patreon.com/the nerdcore, where you can get episodes free, not free, I'm sorry, live and early before anybody else gets to watch them. In our Discord, you can also talk to us about Ahsoka. And in the comments, you can talk to us about Ahsoka too. So if you want to talk about Ahsoka in there, please hit those comments to talk about Ahsoka with us. But we'll be back next week for the season finale of Ahsoka. Brad, I'm excited. I want to see what we're gonna do here, and I just want more Thrawn.
I feel like Thrawn finally gets out of where the whale sent him. I mean, if I was him, I'd be saying that like, fire on any damn well you say,
Yeah, bro.
because I don't know where the hell they're gonna bring me next.
I've been making a whole ass fucking laser harpoon for them.
Oh yeah, be some Moby Dick up in there.
Yeah. Please don't let this be
Get
the
you a
last time
damn
we see
white
the
whale.
the noties. I love the noties. The noties are so funny.
Here's the thing though. They can't fight. They're peaceful. Like, if you don't massacre them, why are they on the screen?
Same reason why this motherfucker was on screen again. All he did was fix a goddamn droid.
No, he had a good line.
Brad, let the noties
Bad
come
baby,
back.
not squeezy.
Let the noties come back, Brad.
No, like you already have the cute, cuddly fighters and the Ewoks. That's enough. Like, if you're gonna keep presenting these cute fucking things that can't fight, you gotta massacre them all.
Yeah. What about Chopper, Brad? Can we keep Chopper around?
I mean, I like Chopper because he's the only one like I can fucking stand.
Yeah.
I like the
Paul
fact
Yang.
that like in he's not speaking droid, he's literally speaking English. And when they were, I forget what someone said something in that like droids don't matter or some shit. He's like, what? Like he wanted to fight.
What?
What?
Now? Yeah. Oh my god. Well, Brad, with that
Say
said,
that to
we'll
my
catch you
face.
guys. We'll catch you guys later. See you all on the next one, and we will we'll be back on Sunday afternoon for a review of the Continental episode 2. Next week is going to be a packed week, guys. When was the last time you guys ever got 3 live shows from us in one weekend? It's happening next week. It's happening next weekend. Friday, Ahsoka episode 8 review. Saturday, Loki season 2 episode 1 review. Sunday, the Continental episode 3 season finale review. Well, series finale, because I'm pretty sure this is a miniseries. So it's gonna be a packed weekend, y'all.
Gonna be a lot.
Yeah, it should be fun. Look, I'm just glad that we have something to talk about, Brad.
Yeah, like especially television, because like television has been good.
Yeah, I'm actually watching enough TV where I actually have a top 10 of the year for TV.
Huh?
Yeah.
I guarantee you, the Bear season 2 is up on there. Guarantee
currently
it.
number 1.
Yep.
Number 1. 5 stars. Brad, get him out of here.
All right, Raul. Thank you for being host as always. Thank to all those who joined us in chat, new and old. Thank to our listeners out there, our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. And in this episode, yeah, I have a feeling next episode Thrawn's gonna fuck some shit up. So, big baddie Thrawn coming at you.
Drop napalm on a fucking planet.
Hopefully, he gets a barber though. So, I'll leave it with that. Bye, everybody. Young Yoda.
Force can't save you from fucking what's it called? Death rays, man.